My name is Lindsay, and I am an educator for the St. Louis Zoo. Today, our program is Classifying Animals from Scaly to Furry. Before we begin, we're going to go over a few things for our webinar today. I'm going to share my screen so we can look at those together. So, some community learning standards to remember. I will be friendly and respectful of others in my interactions in the chat box. I will use the Q&A or the question and answer box for relevant and appropriate questions. I will use the chat box to respond and interact in regards to the webinar topic. I understand that if the moderator of the webinar has asked me to change my behavior in the chat, I may be removed from the webinar. All right, so before we get started, please find the chat box if you haven't already. There should be a button for it located at the top of your screen or at the bottom of your screen. Once you find it, click that button and the chat box will open. Please type in there where you are from and how many people are watching with you. It's really exciting for us to find out where you're watching from. After you do that, you can please find the Q&A box or the question and answer box. The button for that will also be located at the top or the bottom of your screen. That will give you a chance to submit questions to me. And at the end of our webinar, I will do my best to answer as many of those as I can. We do have a tech person behind the scenes. His name is Connor, and he's an educator like myself, but he's helping me out and monitoring the chat. At the end, we will take a quick enjoyment poll, and that provides us with awesome feedback, and we thank you for doing that. All right. Oh, it's nice to see you guys today. I'm checking out the chat when I'm looking down. I'm seeing what you guys are typing to me. I am presenting this webinar from my home, and I'm really excited to be here with you guys today. All right, so classifying animals all the way from scaly to furry. Our first images that you'll see on your screen today are lots of different animals. Now, if you take a look, you'll notice that none of them are exactly the same. There are so many animals in the world. And if you notice, some might be kind of slippery and slimy and wet. And you see some others might have feathers or skin with some hairs on them. What about the way they move? Or how they find food, or where they live? My goodness, there's so many different types of animals and ways that they live and get their food. So we're going to go through a few of them today. Let's move to our next screen. Ooh, I see 2 Gentoo penguins and 2 California sea lions. I'd like you guys to take a minute and look at them. What do you notice? I noticed some things already. So get your chat box ready, and I would like for you guys to type in there what you notice that's different. So how are penguins different from sea lions? Oh, I'm noticing some people, different feet. Oh, nice job, guys. Yeah, so these guys, penguins have feathers, but do California sea lions have feathers? No, they don't have feathers. What about their feet? Do their feet look different? Yeah, so their feet are different. Nice job, guys. All right, so I'm gonna have you think again, what are some things that are different about these animals? Or sorry, not different, we already did that. What are some things that are the same? So how are penguins the same as California sea lions? Oh, they both swim. Yeah, so these guys love to swim. Nice job. Oh, good job. Sorry, guys, I'm reading all the cool things that you're saying to me. Yeah, so these guys both swim. So there are some more things that are similar about them, and we will get to those as we move through our webinar. Good job, guys. Thanks for interacting with me. So scientists classify or sort animals into groups to help us learn more about them and to learn about how animals relate to each other. But today we're going to learn about groups of animals that all have one thing in common. They all have this one thing that's the same. They're all vertebrates. That's a big word. They're all vertebrates. Does that sound familiar to any of you? That's a big word. Huh. If it does, you can type it in the chat real quick. I'm going to see if anybody remembers what vertebrate means. If you don't, that's okay. I'm going to share a picture right here. Vertebrates are any animal with a backbone. Yeah, but guess what? Backbone, that's kind of a crazy word. It sounds like it's one bone, but it's not. It's lots of little vertebrae that make up your backbone. Oh, wait, I said your backbone. Do you have a backbone? Yeah, do you know what it is? It's on your back. Yeah, good job, guys. It's on your back. So if you reach your hand back, you can feel, it might be easier to feel some that are up more near your neck, or if you reach your hand around the other way, you might be able to feel them running down the rest of your backbone. But yeah, all those individual vertebrae make up your backbone. So we are also vertebrates. Yeah. So we have 5 groups of vertebrates to go through today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo, let's get started. So our first group today are fish. Let me know in the chat box if fish are one of your favorite animals. So some fish vertebrates that we have at the zoo are cow-nose rays. Those are pretty awesome. And I also have an image of a smallmouth bass. All right, so what makes a fish a fish? Why would we put groups or put fish in a group together? We know that they're vertebrates, right? They're a group of vertebrates. So you can look and see. I'm going to move my mouse pointer over the backbone. There it is. Woo, running right down the middle of our fish. That's super cool. What else makes a fish a fish? Oh, some people are saying gills. They live in water. They have fins. Wow, you guys are so smart. Oh, scales. Ah, nice. Let's click and see what's next. Scales. Yeah, nice job, guys. And fins. You guys said fins. Gills. You guys also said gills. Wow, this is fantastic. All right. Did anyone say they lay eggs in water? Yeah, that's what their eggs look like. They're soft and squishy. And the last one, cold-blooded. Did anyone think of that? They're cold-blooded. Now, does that mean that their blood is cold all the time? No, this one's kind of tricky too. So if an animal is cold-blooded, it just means that they can't keep their body the same temperature all the time. Does our body temperature stay the same all the time? Yeah, unless there's something wrong, right? Unless maybe we're maybe we're sick. Yeah, you have a fever. Yeah, if there's something wrong with you, your body temperature might go way too high, or it might even drop down too low. But we are warm-blooded. So if you are warm-blooded, you can keep your body temperature the same all the time. But our fish friends, they're cold-blooded. So if our fish are swimming through the water and they're, I'm feeling a little cold, I'm kind of cold, they might swim closer to the sunshine, maybe to the top of the water, so that they can get warmer. And then when they're feeling warmer, they can swim back down deeper maybe. Yeah, good job, guys. Guess what? Have you ever seen these reusable water bottles before? Does anybody at home have a bottle like that? You can let me know in the chat. I love seeing what you guys are typing down there. Yeah, you have a reusable water bottle? So do I. That's fantastic. You guys, guess what? You're helping fish. And actually, all animals. If you use a reusable water bottle, that saves energy, it saves water, and you can help out our wild fishes. That's awesome, you guys. I'm so glad to hear that. Yay. All right. Amphibians. I really like that word. So here are some examples of amphibians. We have salamanders, like this fire salamander, and a spring peeper frog. So these spring peepers have been chirping a lot out in my backyard. They're starting to stop now. So what makes an amphibian an amphibian? How are frogs and salamanders different from fish? Why would they be in a group all by themselves and not with fish? Backbone. Yeah, we know that they are vertebrates, so they have a backbone. Ooh, I see some good answers there in the chat. Let's find out if you guys have already said some of these. Slimy wet skin. Yeah. What about they have eggs that they lay in the water too, just like fish. They're starting to sound kind of a lot like fish though, you know, like they're wet and lay eggs in water. Did anyone say cold-blooded? Yeah, nice job, Isabel. They are also cold-blooded. There it is. I know I saw somebody say that they live on land, but they also live in the water. Good job. So our amphibian friends have a double life, or the big word for it is metamorphosis. Have you heard of metamorphosis before? Yeah, so these animals will start off their life in the water, like this little tadpole picture I have here, moving my mouse over it. And he has gills and no feet, and he swims. And as he metamorphosizes, he'll grow up and be able to walk around on land and use his lungs to breathe. And he'll look like this big frog here with 4 legs. Super cool. Salamanders do that too. Awesome job, you guys. Let's see what we got going on next. So our next animal friend is this guy crawling around the water. Does he look familiar to anyone? You can type in the chat if you know what animal that is. This is kind of tricky. Oh, you guys are so smart. This is exciting. Yeah, this is a hellbender salamander. So these guys are salamanders that live right here in Missouri, and the St. Louis Zoo is helping them. They are endangered, but we are raising them at the zoo and have been for quite some time. And when they are large enough, we can release them back into the wild to help them out. Awesome. And you guys using your reusable water bottles is helping them out too. Fantastic. Reptiles, you guys, reptiles. I have some examples of animals that are reptiles, like these snakes. This guy is a Boelen's python, and 2 Chinese alligators. All right, reptiles, how are they different from amphibians and fish? What makes a reptile a reptile? Backbone. So this is a skeleton of a snake. A lot of friends think that snakes might be like worms and not have a backbone, but they do. Isn't that cool? You can see it running right down the middle. Ooh, I'm seeing some people typing in the chat already. Good job. Yep, they have scales. And they lay eggs on land. Look at this egg. This egg has a hard outer shell. It's not clear and squishy anymore. That way it can be laid on land. That's cool. Now, what you know about fish and amphibians, I'm going to have a poll pop up here, and you guys are going to get to choose if you think reptiles are warm-blooded or cold-blooded. Have you seen reptile friends like lizards or snakes doing anything during their lives that makes you think that they might be warm-blooded or cold-blooded? And it's okay if you're not sure too. We're just playing and having fun. All right, you guys, let's see what we said. Oh, nice. You know what? Guys, let's find out. Yep, if you said cold-blooded, you were right, you guys. I have a picture to show you. So animals like reptiles like to sit out and bask in the sunshine. Yeah, nice job, Christina. So they sit out in the sun and go, ooh, I like that sun. It's nice and warm. Yeah. Let's see here. We've still got birds. Oh, birds. Gentoo penguins. And here's an image of a Cinereus vulture. Our 2 Cinereus vultures at the zoo are named Boris and Natasha. You should check them out. So birds. What makes a bird a bird? Why would we put birds in a group by themselves? Oh, I'm seeing some friends that are really smart. Backbone. Yep, they are a vertebrate. They have a backbone. Feathers and wings. Yeah, you guys said that. Good job. What about on their face? Yeah, they have beaks. So they don't have lips like we do. They have a beak. Ooh, I'm seeing some other answers. You guys are so smart. Guess what? Did you know that they are warm-blooded? That's cool. Yeah, so these guys are a little different from all the other animal groups we've talked about. They can keep their body temperature the same all the time. That's awesome. And I saw some of you already said they lay eggs and make nests. Yay. You guys are doing great. And they can fly. Wait a minute. Can all birds fly? If you know some birds that don't fly, type them in the chat. I'm gonna look and see what you guys are saying. Kiwi, ostrich, penguin, emu. Penguins, yeah. Sounds like you guys know a lot about birds. Nice job. Cool, yeah. So not all birds can fly, but generally birds have wings and feathers and they can fly. And that's pretty cool because other animals don't really do that. Most other animals don't do that. Super cool. So I have a poll again for you guys to take. Now, did I leave scales off of this slide? Oops. I'm going to let you take this poll and decide, do birds have scales or do they not have scales? Am I trying to trick you or did I accidentally forget to put scales on my PowerPoint slides and now I have to have you take a poll? It's your choice. What do you think? Have you seen scales on a bird before? All right, I'm going to give you another. Yeah, look at you guys. Awesome job. Yeah, so you guys, guess what? Thank you for taking my poll. I tricked you. Birds have scales. What? Look at this foot. So on birds, their feet have scales and it goes up their legs too. Their scales are a little different than the scales on reptiles, but they do have scales on their feet. So the next time you see a picture or see a bird up close, check out their feet. And even birds with webbed feet have some scales. Cool. Okay, mammals. A lot of people have their favorite animal in this group. African lions. And I have an image of a polar bear. The two lions in this picture are two lions, Ngozi and Kobara, and the polar bear here is Cully. So what makes a mammal a mammal? Why are they in a group by themselves? They have a backbone. This is a skeleton of a rat, and you can see his backbone right there. And they have hair and fur. Anybody say that? And they're warm-blooded. Sounding kind of familiar. Like maybe I know an animal. Babies drink milk. Yep. Born alive. Yep. Have live birth. Good job, guys. Does this sound a little bit like us? Yeah. We are mammals. We put ourselves in this group because we have all of these characteristics. Yeah, we share these in common with these other animals. So I have another cool poll for you guys to take. So do you think mammals lay eggs? So I'm going to let you take this poll. Mammals do not lay eggs. Some mammals lay eggs, or all mammals lay eggs. I did just put on their pictures here that they have live birth. So am I trying to trick you again? Am I making this more exciting? Or, I don't know. Let's see what you guys say. Ooh, I like these answers, you guys. You ready for me to show you a picture? All right, let's see here. Guess what? There are two types of mammals that lay eggs. What? So at our zoo, at the St. Louis Zoo, we have short-beaked echidnas. So you'll see the picture right over here on my mouse that is an echidna, and they lay eggs. And over here is a platypus. Both of these animals in the wild live in Australia. Super cool. So nature doesn't always fit into a box or a group like we're trying to do. We just do our best to put them in groups, but they're not always going to fit perfectly. But that's okay. Isn't that cool? Nature's exciting. Ooh, I see someone mentioning Perry the platypus. So you guys, I have a really cool game for us to play really quickly. I'm going to give you 4 clues. So 4 images are going to pop up on the screen one at a time. And we're going to think and observe and try to guess which group this animal belongs in. Remember, there are 5: fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. All right, I'm going to give you your first clue. What does that look like? That looks like a few different things. Let's give us another clue. And yeah, you can start typing in the chat if you have some guesses. Wow, those look like a few different things too. Let's do another clue. What is that? All right, last clue. All right, if you think you know what group this animal belongs in, you can type it in the chat, or if you know what type of animal this is. You guys ready to see the whole image? All right, here is the animal all in one picture. Whoa, is that what you thought it would look like? That's a pretty cool animal. Did anybody guess bird? Yes, you did. Lots of you said bird. Nice job. Way to go. I'm giving you an air high five. Good job, guys. That was kind of tricky because I'm going to use my mouse pointer here to show you. They're feathers. Do those look like flying feathers? Does this bird fly? I want to see what you guys say. Or does this bird just run around on the land? Yeah, no, he does not fly. Yeah, those look like feathers that are good for keeping rain off or keeping them warm at nighttime. Yeah, they don't look like very good flying feathers. This guy, he's got big old feet for running. Does anyone know what type of bird this is? You can type in the chat if you have an idea of what the name of this bird is. All right, you ready to see if you were correct? This bird is a cassowary. I saw one person guessed cassowary. Nice job, you guys. Yeah, these guys are super cool. They look a lot like an emu or an ostrich, don't they? Yes, these guys are awesome. So I had a lot of fun with you guys today, and I'm going to take a minute to check out the questions and see if there are any that I can answer for you. I want to make sure that we take a second to take our enjoyment poll. So Connor's going to pull that up real quick, and it'll give you a chance to let me know if you had fun today. And after we're done doing that, I have something else to share with you too. So when this webinar is over, I want to make sure you guys go to STLZOO.org. It's not going to be up right away, but there will be a PDF activity you can do to help learn more about classifying animals. It's fun. It's not quite ready yet, but it'll be up there, so please check back for it. And I also want to make sure that you remember we have another webinar on Monday at 10 a.m. and every day after that for the foreseeable future. And Monday's webinar's title is Poop, There It Is. I'm super excited to watch that one. So let me see here if there's any questions that I'm able to answer for you guys. Ooh, so someone asked, what is my favorite vertebrate? Ooh, I think my favorite vertebrate, it's really hard for me to choose, but if you made me pick, my favorite is a platypus. So that animal that I showed you on one of our last slides. I just think they're super cool. Does the zoo have a cassowary? You know what? We don't, but we do have ostrich. So you could come and check those guys out. They're pretty similar. Yeah. Oh, here's a good question. Do birds' legs get cold since there are no feathers? Ooh, that's a really good question. So birds, they're warm-blooded, remember? So their legs might get kind of chilly, just like our fingertips and our nose and our toes might get cold, but the rest of their body will stay the same temperature, so they won't get too cold. And some birds that swim in the water, they have special ways to keep their feet warm, which is super cool. Let me see what else we have. Oh, would you rather be a porcupine or a slug? Me personally, would I rather be a porcupine or a slug? Ooh, that's kind of a hard, what would you rather be? You could type in the chat and let me know. Would you rather be a porcupine or a slug? I don't know. I mean, my automatic choice would be porcupine, but a slug might be kind of fun to be actually sometimes. Leave a slime trail wherever you go and have a shell on your back that you grow. That's pretty cool. So are cassowaries related to ostriches? So those guys are both birds, so they're very, very similar, but I don't believe they're, super, super close, but they're both birds and they're very similar. So they're not too far away from each other. You guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I had a lot of fun and I hope you did too. And please join us again for another webinar, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Have fun today and keep learning about animals. Thanks, guys.